Jonathan Gruber. He's best known for creating economic healthcare models and insulting the American electorate. But his research also dipped into very questionable territory several years ago. While most people were stuck on stupidity, one lawmaker wanted answers on something deeply troubling Gruber wrote about. Take a look at this snippet of the Gruber hearing between Kentucky Representative Thomas Massie and Sweet Jonathan.
Your research indicates that the legalization of abortion saved the government $14 billion in welfare payments through 1994. Is providing more access to abortion, is that a worthy social outcome to achieve cost savings for the government?
That is not what my paper was about. It wasn't a philosophical paper. It was about empirical facts.
Oh, yes. Hide behind your empiricism, you rat. Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie joins us. Welcome back, Congressman.
Thanks, Kennedy.
So I was disgusted by that paper when I first read about it in 1999, because he basically made the case for infanticide and geriatricide. It wasn't just abortion. It's basically, ending human life for anyone in utero or ex utero who's going to be a drain on the public purse.
Yeah, it's a really creepy paper if you read it. And I think really he lacks a moral compass or an ethical compass, and that's why he thinks it's okay to lie to people for their own good. We got into that during our exchange. But, if you go back and find that paper and read that paper, it's only 27 pages long. His basic conclusion, and he had two co-authors, was that if more poor people abort their babies, that society will be better off, and that the children were better off anyway not living, because they would have been born to single households, single parents, lived in poverty. He approaches it from an economic standpoint. But, when you take economics and you apply it to social issues without any morals or ethics, what you get is eugenics. And that's why it's creepy.
I think he's a sociopath. I'll go one further and say that, and that paper, rereading that just confirmed it for me. And you proposed to him an ethical conundrum. Tell us about that. Were you satisfied with the answer?
Well, yeah, I did ask him a question. I said, basically, when is it ever ethical to lie to somebody for their own good? And he couldn't come up with an example. So I said, would it be, and the only example I could come up with, I asked him, I said, would it be ethical to, withhold information from your children for their own good? And he said, yeah, I could see that. And then I said, well, now you know why my constituents were so offended at your statements, because you're trying to treat them like children. You're patronizing them. And I submit to you that my constituents are not your children. They pay your salary because they paid for your research. And that's really what infuriates me the most. I would tell you that's what inspired me to get into politics. I was so sick of politicians who would patronize their constituents, thinking they knew better what their constituents needed. But this, we have the right to self-determination. And that's what I asserted to Gruber. Yeah. And he didn't seem to be impressed. And I also told him, look, the Democrats are mad at you, too, but let me explain why the Democrats are mad at you. You committed a crime up here. It's called candor. What you did is you exposed what they were thinking. You said what you were thinking when you advised them on Obamacare, and you said what they were thinking. In fact, you said what they're always thinking when they try to pass this stuff, is that if we told anybody what was in it, they would never vote for it, and they would never vote for representatives that would vote for it.
Okay, Congressman Massie, we know you're from the great state of Kentucky. If Rand Paul becomes president, will you run for his Senate seat?
Why did you ask me that? You know what? I like where I am right now. I really think I have the best congressional district in Kentucky. It's northern Kentucky. It's wonderful. I love the people. I live there. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. I love them too. I love Jim Beam. I'm from southern Indiana, and I feel you. Congressman Massie, thanks for coming back.
Thank you.